Alright, so here we are on Skyway Paradise. This tattoo parlor's destroyed. This whole area is destroyed. Buildings are destroyed. Look at this pile of scrap now. Scrap metal has value. They'll get money for this.
And it's very rusty.
Very rusty. But these buildings are fine. It didn't hit here. Yet back there, it's torched. Yet right here is fine. Back there is torched. But the rest of the town is fine. Starbucks is okay, but this building is destroyed. This building is fine. Cozy Diner, H&R Block. But then again, these buildings are destroyed. The exit's looking for bodies. Continuing up Skyway. Valero gas station is fine, or the pumps are, but the building's destroyed. Hey, how does that happen? And where's the Masonic Center? Here's the Veterans Memorial Building is fine. Recreation Center is fine. I gotta recreate. Is this for the ice rink?
Skating, yeah.
Oh, we gotta go to the ice rink. Dollar General is fine. And let's go to the ice rink. Oh, looks like some utility guys are enjoying the ice rink. All right, still going up Skyway now, and you can see the logs on the side of the road. We're starting to see the logging going on as the destruction. Still a lot of trees to clear, but this whole area, look at that car just burned to the side, but the white was fine. And again, we're seeing the logs already cut. We're not seeing the black on the bottoms of those. But we did see them in other places where we can see the black at the bottom. I'm sure we'll find some that show the scarring from the underground lightning, possibly. But just everything's destroyed through here. We're still on Skyway. This must have been just hell to get out. It was pitch black, middle of the morning, 11:10 o'clock in the morning, yet it was like nighttime, they said. This is the Heritage Paradise. That's gone. And we can see some trees are green. That building's fine. The Assistance of God, Assembly of God Church is fine. They left some of the churches. And here you can see it's still on Skyway.
At 23 feet, right there.
Yep, 20 feet up the trees. No higher. Didn't burn any higher. We got more and more evidence.
Lots of healthy canopies.
Yep, healthy canopies. Look at the evergreens. And then the not evergreens. We haven't seen all the logging yet. I expect to see it. But look at that car torched right in front of the center there. Yet the building's fine. Paradise Travel. Where do you want to go? Again, we're seeing the trees here. Now, Doug was saying all the trees were taken down, but we're seeing the trees, the fire poles here. They were burnt up a certain way. But here you see it's just torched. RV's welcome, another RV park. They love to hit the RV parks, folks. How did these aluminum roofs be fine, yet car rims, metal, houseboat torched? Trees now being labeled to be cut down. But you can see the fire just came right through here, but then it left the gas station okay, the Chevron's fine. Oh, but this is piled up, the tire store, gone. Qin Dynasty Chinese restaurant's okay. And then here, this is the typical what we're seeing, folks. We're seeing the gas pumps fine, yet the building with the gas pumps are completely torched. You can see that
That's the
over
second
and
one we've
over
seen
and
now.
over. And then here we're seeing some trailers, but it's blocked off. It doesn't look like anybody's living in them for lease or rent. Why is that? We've turned on to Flagstaff here. Again, unmarked utility trucks. Fire came through and torched through here. Here we're seeing some logging going on. And it just, nothing. Yet here's the green shrubbery right across the street. The other side of the road. Green shrubbery's fine.
But not at the base.
House is gone. And here we got the Happy Garden Chinese restaurant. The Happy Garden Chinese restaurant. I don't think they're going to be very happy anymore serving there. And we have the Paradise Gentle Dentistry. Love your selfie, love your smile. I don't think they're going to be smiling at this dentistry anymore. But the Jack in the Box is torched. They didn't want Jack around. But they did want the St. Nicholas Parish Church around. Does that tell you anything?
Yes.
And then all this is fine in here. You can see the trees burnt in the background. Still heading up Paradise. A lot of utility trucks. A lot of white trucks with no markings on them. Look at here, folks. Dutch Brothers fine. Torched. Whatever that was, that bike rack seats. So here we're at the Paradise on Ice ice rink at the recreational center, and you see the number 6626, and here's the skating rink, and people are going to go skating here. Back to business as usual. Let's go skating. And then we pan right over here, and we have absolute destruction of this building right behind it. And the buildings behind that are fine. This is designer, folks. Designer targeting. 666. What more do you need to know? I didn't realize how big Paradise was. This is pretty spread out. It says flu shots available now. I got asked the question, why do corporations give anything for free if their business is to make money? Well, the more sickly we get, the more money they make. And GDP goes up, gross domestic product. So it's measuring our sickness. The more sick we get, the more money the green, the wall and the greens make. And look at right next door, folks. I haven't moved the camera. Right next door to us, what do we see? Devastation. Complete and utter devastation. Want to do it again? All right. Walgreens. Complete and utter devastation. Are you kidding me? I guess they weren't in the right corporation. You guys okay? How did this stand? How did this stand and this didn't?
I don't know.
You're not a corporation.
Asphalt driveway, yeah.
You're not a corporation, I guess, right?
Yeah, we kept on hearing they're dropping water to keep the flames, beating the flames down. So we were hopeful.
Oh, is this your property?
Yeah,
I am so sorry.
we
We're-
are too.
We're from Santa Rosa, and we came up here to help people because we're experiencing the same thing down there.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, if you've got a second, what they're going to do is declare your property as benzene and toxicity, and it's going to be harder and harder to rebuild. And then they did a whole scam on the people, like it's 16 months later, and nobody's been able to move back in yet.
What?
It's a scam. It really, Red Cross no Red Cross was here helping you guys, right?
No.
FEMA's not your friend, right?
No.
I'm your friend. I want to help, but
So, what do you suggest for clearing?
I think we should maybe exchange numbers or something, because I can keep you in touch with all the news coming out, because like Gavin Newsom, the new governor, had a fundraiser last night in Sacramento for the victims of Paradise. Have you guys seen anything? Have you seen any money? I'll give you my card if you want. Oh gosh.
Should I get her number?
I can call it. I can ask her to write it maybe. Oh, I'll get my card. Okay. Huh. Oh, you know what? If it's trouble, we can just holler from there. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Yeah, this is my art studio. It's in 5 of the antique shops. My husband and I had a art glass studio. We lost our 5,000 square foot art glass studio down on Foster Road. We were leasing that building.
Is everybody okay?
Everybody's okay. We had some really close calls with our employees. That's
From your antique business?
from our glass business.
Glass business.
Yeah, one of the guys went home to get Grandma, and the neighbor was coming out and saying, oh good, I'm glad you're here for Grandma. And he says, yeah, we're going. And he says, yeah, as soon as Sue is done putting her makeup on, we're going. There was a family of 5 they found in the car right behind my employee. They didn't get out.
Who found them?
Whoever is finding the dead bodies. But yeah. Yeah, let me get your phone number.
Yeah, and the other thing is the anomalies, like why is PG&E stationed down the road? Why has FEMA got a camp in Chico? Why isn't Red Cross helping you? I worked in Wall Street for quite some time, and I wanted to let people know that there's a scam going on at Major League with all the disaster capitalists.
Yeah.
It's called disaster capitalism. That's what they did to us in Santa Rosa as well.
Yeah.
And so your property is going to be uninhabitable because they're going to make it too onerous to rebuild. Solar panels are going to be required. These are my websites and YouTube channel. Give them to others if you want to.
I will.
And like, what's your name?
Shannon.
Shannon, I'm Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
See this hole right here?
Yeah.
What is it? What happened?
Oh, lamppost? No. What is that? A tree.
Do you know when you go to 7-Eleven, you know you can get a laser for $2.99 and you can point it up and get a pilot in the sky with a laser?
Yeah.
You know what they can do with laser beams in the military for 50 years before that?
No.
Anything they want.
Oh.
So you're a glass person. What does glass melt at?
1,500.
What does tempered glass melt at?
2,300.
How did it melt the tempered glass down to ash? Why isn't it all in squares?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, I'm talking your language.
Yeah.
Questions. So we saw anomalies. We got pictures of flashes of lasers being used. We have evidence here that this place was arced with that huge cloud, chem cloud. They parked over us. And then why is the Kmart, why is this building okay and you're not? Why is the the Adventist hospital fine and the place across the street not?
Yeah.
It isn't just the luck of the fire. And why did that cloud park over the entire Northern California for 8 days from here if it was a forest fire and the trees haven't burned? How could it be a forest fire if it had to be an industrial fire?
Yeah.
This had to be the cause of putting over whatever happened for 8 days over all of Northern California. They blame it on you guys. Now they're doing all these fundraisers and you guys aren't seeing a penny.
Yeah.
And we've raised money trying to help people. And if you want to get on the list, we can put you on it to help people that you know, because we've raised about 15 grand on my internet site where people around the world want to help you guys.
Yeah.
But we can't find them in Chico. We can't find people that are missing everywhere.
We're some of the only people we know that are digging. We got a late start because my husband was gone for 7 weeks he had prostate cancer, was in San Diego during this whole thing.
Wow.
So we're just now
getting to deal with it.
Yeah, starting to deal with it.
How are you holding up?
Every night when I go to bed, it's not good.
Where are you living?
Grass Valley with a cousin right now. But we're looking for homes like everybody. But
we're finding RVs and we're trying to do a new way. If you know people that have RVs, so what we're doing is we're paying rent to own. So we're trying to get people in to get them now in, and if they can afford it and that works for them, then they can own it. If not, it goes back and makes payments towards the owner. And so that way we can finance more of them. So we're trying to find those as well. So maybe you can help us, because we're not going to let go. We're the tribe of Santa Rosa, you're the tribe of Paradise, but there's something much deeper going on. And there's a reason that Trump came here and the governor of California came here. There's a reason that 60 Minutes did a special on Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
John Milton, you know the book John Milton,
Yeah.
Paradise Lost? You know what date he died? November 8th.
Oh, really? Wow.
Now what's underneath here?
Yeah.
The greatest gold nugget ever found.
Yeah.
Now what's conductive with electricity for lasers is gold.
Oh my goodness.
So they could use this to target any GPS. I mean, if they can get your plane at 50,000 or 30,000 feet, they can get your laptop and connect. It's just frequency, energy, and vibration. It's Tesla technology, 100 years old. It's just when they want to use it.
Yeah.
So that dark cloud hid all the technology. That's my new theory. And then the trees only burning up 25, 30 feet. One is to protect for the lumber, because the guy, Red Emerson, owns all the lumber everywhere and has been clear cutting all the way past Poga like crazy, right?
Yeah.
And these only burn 20, 30 feet up because that's the aura of the earth energy. That's the ionosphere. That's the, like we all have auras.
Yeah.
That's the energy, 23, that's Tesla technology, is 23, 25 feet in the air. So that's how they frequencied everything, and that's why the trees only burnt up 25 feet. And it kept the lumber perfect for the lumber harvest for the resources.
Wow.
It's a big picture. And then all the FEMA guys, the camp in FEMA in Chico, you seen that thing? Mm-hmm. Are they helping anybody? We tried to deliver stuff, they didn't know where to send us.
Yeah, that's what we, I mean, right from the very beginning is what I was hearing that. They weren't.
This is not a America we thought we knew. And it's not something that's going to get any better unless we all come together locally to understand. So, I mean, these are real people's lives. Here's another marking they checked. This is on Pence, just turned off of somebody's tractor, little tractor destroyed. But this is what gets me, folks, is families here. These kids, I got one at my son's, and look at the strollers. These are people's lives destroyed. As far as you can see here. Children playing. Oh my gosh, look at this. They've come back and they set up a little chair here so they could have a little fire on their property. Huh, had a bit after the big fire. A car in the background. Children playing here. Oh, lots of children here, man. All right, we're going through Kentucky Fried Chicken here to get something to eat. And what do we notice here? I'll have a McBarf and some GMOs, nanoparticulate matter, and it all melted. What do you guys want? I'm buying.
It's closed.
No, I'm buying. What do you want?
Oh, give me a chicken McNuggets.
Chicken McNuggets?
Wrong place. Never mind.
You want them fried? We're just getting filled. What are you guys putting in?
Fiber optics.
Wow, is that new? I mean, is that what's...
The whole everything's going fiber.
So why are the poles up then? Why are they doing the poles?
Fiber's up on top also.
Why so much?
All the houses that had copper are all gonna most likely are gonna have fiber now.
Wait, I was in Wall Street for 20 years, man. I worked on fibers back then. That's just got to hold some serious communication.
Oh yeah, it's gonna hold a big. Yeah.
How much communication?
The one's probably gonna hold. I think it's an 862 fiber.
862 fiber. So is it coaxial? Is it all wrapped around each other?
So it's still has glass.
Gotcha. And do you guys have a central hookup you have to go to and deliver it to? They're doing the same thing in my neighborhood in Santa Rosa, and they got the big heavy fiber optics on the poles.
Right.
The poles are like sagging, and then they're doing this with another blue. What's the blue pipe?
I'm not sure what the blue pipe is.
They're doing two of them. They're doing an orange. What's orange? What is that? Electricity?
Yeah, the orange goes underground, and then the black ones go in the air, so it doesn't look so ugly.
But every color, like gray is for electrical and white is for water. What is orange?
Blue is water.
What's orange?
Orange, this is
Fiber optic?
for fiber optics.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll buy next time, all right? Take care, man.
Large door, all bent to shit.
And this is completely torched here, just a side road off of Pence. But it's, look at the green, folks. Look at all the green and the house is gone. House is fine, front yard's gone. Here's a bunch of PG&E guys, their house is fine. Or maybe they're working here. No. But again, we're seeing houses torched. That shed is fine. And across the street, this yellow house is fine with the American flag. I mean, we have the same scene happening. House is fine. House is torched. All within a few feet of each other. Again, we see the X's. What is that? It's an AF, it's an M, and then I can't understand what the other two are on the right there. O, maybe?
It's like 2-0.
2 zeros. And then again, green shrubbery, and again, torched. Same road. And the people that are still living here must be freaking out unless they know something. Again, the shed roof is okay, but the cars are torched. And again, across the street we go. Torched. Fine. Trailer. Home fine. Home's fine. All good. Lucky you. Everything's here and then torched in the back. See back there? I don't know how people can deal with this that are staying in these homes that have the houses torched next to them. It's kind of beyond the pale to understand how you would.
They have nowhere else to go.
And then knowing your neighbors were burned out and maybe killed, murdered. Here, what is these orange things on these trees here?
Get a picture of that flag.
And then we got the American flag tattered and torn. Yet the banner did wave.
There's a Buddha.
All right, that was my new buddy Carlos, and right across the street is the Adventist Health Church. Isn't it beautiful? The Seventh-day Advents have their church here. Isn't it beautiful? The hospice house is here. All fine and dandy, but we also know that the Adventist Hospital up on Pence was left alone standing. But look across the street, folks. Torched. Across the street, Advent Hospital. Across the street, torched. Torched. At the end of the property of the Advent Hospital. Torched. Torched. Everywhere, torched. Except the Seventh-day Advents. Oh, now we're into yellow houses. Well, if this doesn't kind of sum it up all nicely, first responders, because selfless isn't a job title, yet we have numerous saying they saw no fire trucks, no first responders coming to help them. And then we see the logs stacked up in the front of them, they're logging all this area, and then what do we see in the background? Torched out. I mean, are they putting this in our face or what? Unbelievable.